What's going on, guys? And thank you for tuning back in today for another deck profile. This time I have Max Kennedy, man. He placed recently second in the DBS Sydney Regionals. That was just over this past weekend. Amazing accomplishment, man. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
And thank you for joining me today on the channel.
Yeah, no problem. Love
Oh,
being here.
yeah,
It's always great fun.
it always means a lot,
Yeah,
man. And it's great to get you, top players like yourself on the channel with me to help spread the love of DBS because we got to keep this going. So,
yeah.
yeah, I'll throw it over to you, man. The floor's yours. Take it off.
Hell yeah. So yeah, as Jimmy said, I came second at the Sydney Regionals. I was playing Frops, Frieza swap. I call it Frops because I was telling my local players what I was playing one day, and I couldn't say Frieza swap for the life of me. I kept having like a mini stroke, and I kept saying Frops. So it's now
Frops is
called
great.
Frops.
That is
Yeah,
great.
so Frops is the name. It's Frieza swap. If you've I guess followed me a little bit, you've seen I've topped 3 events this format with Frieza swap. Probably seen a profile somewhere, I think on Collector's Company. But yeah, we're back. We did another top. So my matchups, round 1, I played against Blue Oob. I went second, but I was able to kill the Oob, the Mr. Boozy battle card before Oob came out, and my opponent didn't see Cantrip. So I just never really got to see what the deck did. So I guess that helps that his deck kind of just didn't work.
That's just great.
Yeah. So won that one. Round 2, I played against Alan Liu. Great friends with Alan. He's a great player. He was playing Goku Black. Not the best deck, but it was such a close matchup. I probably went a bit too aggressive. I kind of had like a general game plan, and like my last turn, I thought I had him. He had like 6 cards in hand, and I was like swinging for game, and he comboed out of my attack uh, with 2 cards left in hand and no energy. And I'm like, oh, this is sweet. I can play Oolong and I can swing for game because he's on 1 life, and life will be great.
Yeah,
And
nice.
then he decides to strike my Oolong. And I had 4 cards left in hand. 1 was a negate. 1 was my lead against 5k, and then like 2 dead cards. Oh no, 1 was a Frieza Army Reinforcement. So that game that was scary. Alan had to combo away his Beast Gohan to survive, so that was great. He started his turn with no cards in hand. He skipped charge, and then he like drew a super combo for turn, and then he swung with leader, drew a card, combo super combo, drew a second super combo, and that was sad. But we barely won. That was like the weirdest ending to a game I've played in a while. Such a close game. Probably should have lost it, but congrats, Alan. He's so good at the game. He plays a bad deck and still nearly beats me.
Yeah, Alan Lou's just he's on another level right there, and he got top 8 as well with it, didn't he?
Yeah, he got 8th.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, he did really well. And then round 3, I played against Kai Hanley. He was playing Yellow Baby. Fucking that deck, man. It's like it has attacks. It can attack. That's for sure. I think by turn 3, like I killed him on my turn 4, but after his turn 3, I think he attacks on like 20 something times in the first 3 turns. Ridiculous. It was insane. But yeah, that was round 3. It was a crazy game. Also, I played Ethan round 1. I don't think I said that. Round 4, I played against.
Yep.
Yeah. I played round 4. I played against Corey Felder. He owns Card Riot in Wodonga Aubrey, so if you're in that area, go check him out.
All right,
lovely guy. He plays Android. He played Android 21. It was a little bit of a revenge match for him. We played it once before, and it was at a store champs in Canberra like 2.5 years ago. And I beat him with Dark Broly against Topo because he forgot to use his minus effect on Vegeta before playing another unison. It was a silly mistake. But he's wanted his revenge since. This is the first time I played since then. But he wasn't able to get it. That was the first time I've ever actually played against Android 21 in a tournament. Yep. But I theory crafted the matchup so hard. I don't think a yellow deck should realistically lose to Android 21. You've got too many favorable cards in that matchup. And then round 5, I played against John. If you play against John, you're going to lose against John, unless your name is Benny. Pretty much the Australian season in a nutshell. John has lost twice this in all 6 regionals he's played in. He's lost twice, and they were both to Benny. He's won 4 regionals. Ridiculous.
Best player in Oz at the moment.
Yeah,
Best player.
best player in Oz by far. He went first. He ripped I nearly killed him. He ripped a free negate off life, which kind of sucked, but is what it is. I also made a miss sequence, which made me lose. So it was like bit of luck, bit of I screwed up, but it was still a hell of a game. It was so close. To like one card in hand left on each of us. It was such a close game. And then round 6, I played against Alfred, who's a Singapore player who came down for One Piece. He's a great Singapore player. He played Golden Frieza.
Okay.
But I was just able to control the game. It's
Yep.
like if you go first against Golden Frieza, you can pretty much just tell them no. As long as you see like a triangle blow to stop a Roshi and then kill the Roshi, they're pretty far behind.
Yep.
So they were my matchups. Went 5-1. My opponents, four of my opponents, John, Corey. Yeah, 4 of my opponents ended up in top 8. One top 16, and then one didn't make top 16. So I had like my resistance was ridiculous. But yeah, let's go through the deck. So for those who don't know, Frieza's a swap deck. You swap cards. You play something, you swap. You pick it up to play another card. I'm going to go over quickly. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty tall stack. It's I played 60 cards in the main board, and then I played 15 card side. My reasoning for playing 60 cards is Frieza swap, I think, has like a really good matchup in a lot of things, but because it's the swap deck, it has such a big core that's very hard to side. And I've always said that I need to sit down and do a side plan. I've never done that, never put the time in to do it, and I really need to. But I guess next set it's going to be completely different, so it doesn't even matter. But I was meant to do it, and then I didn't do it. So I said, screw it, I'm just going to play 60 cards because then sideboarding would be easy. It was still way too hard, but it is what it is. It's a good deck. So anyway, so it's going to be all 75 cards, and then just in each matchup you take out 50 cards because 15 cards. Everything's best of one pre-side, so it doesn't matter what's in main, what's inside. It's all one deck.
Yep.
So
all right.
Pretty standard ratios. 4 1-drop Freezers. 3 rest and KO Freezer. 2 deflect Freezer, which is searches. The search effect's like really good. This could probably go up to 3 now, especially with the changes in swap ruling. So if you actually ever need to swap into a 3-drop and not have it be counterplayed, you kind of need more of these before you could like reveal one of the other ones, and then they couldn't counterplay because threat of this was just too big. But now with the change to swap, you have to play what you reveal, which makes no sense to me. But it's the new ruling. 2 of the extra combo. The extra combo just gets value.
Yep.
If you know that your opponent's on 4 or less life and they're not going to like you're not under a floodgate and you get an attack, this is the best one to attack with because it's essentially going to be a 29k sweep. 4 Goku Frieza. Yeah, it's really good because it draws a card, KOs something, and it can start your chain again. So it's both the best aggressive one and best removal. 4 of the mini sin. It's got dual attack when you play it. If you have 3 more energy, it's got barrier, it's a blocker, and the first card your opponent plays each turn has a skills negator. Good card. Against Great Gohan doesn't do much because they just KO. Against against Golden Frieza, it doesn't do much because they just play a 1-drop. So it's a good card. The best part about it is it has dual attack. If I saw this against John, I would have won, but I didn't see it against John. That was sad. And then this is the one that can't be removed. I don't think I've ever played this card. I've had it in my deck for ages and I've just never played it.
I was going to say, is this card just like very situational or?
Yeah, it's very situational. So when you play it, can't be removed by your opponent's skills and it rests one of your opponent's battle cards. Ignoring barrier, which in theory can come in, just never has come in. It's hard because it's such a bad card 99% of the time that you only want to run one.
Yep.
But then to find the one, you have to use your Successful of Hope, which is also a bean, which feels bad to waste your bean just to find this card. So it's not in hand, but if you run more, it's in hand when you don't want it in hand. It just kind of feels bad.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a kind of an awkward one, but if you have it when you need to have it, it's good. 4 of the 8 drops. Means you can charge one, and if you see one off top 3 of leader effect or off this freezer effect, you can combo that without going, I only have 1 left. That's why I ran and 4 ended up siding it out a lot though, into matchups that just like weren't going into the grindy game. I played against a lot of decks that had grinded recently, like Golden Frieza, Soul Striker.
Yep.
The only grindy matchup I had today was Golden Frieza, and I played before. This 60 cards was also geared towards grind matchups because I thought I was going to be facing a lot more of those than I did. I played a lot more of quick games.
How many would you side out, you reckon?
I just want still always want to have at least 3.
At least 3? Yep.
Yeah, you always want to have at least 3. It's a finisher. It's also a free 10k combo if you use it with this Frieza here, or just like luck upon it with this Frieza.
Because I'll say the free 10k combo would be nice as well.
Yeah,
so it's not
like
just
it's always just like free 10k combo is always super valuable. And then we have 4 of Successive Hope / Beam, whichever effect you want. So it's a super good card. Also helps get repriced on live. It searches for any of your 5 or less.
Yep.
If you don't know what 5 or less swap cards, if you don't know what Successive Hope does, and if you don't know what Beam does, that's kind of sad.
I think everyone would know Beam what does. I think at this stage, right? Like
2 sorbet. I had 3 sorbets in here before. It's like, yeah. The best way to describe it is there. Again, in the grinding matchups, it feels like it's a free energy if you use it at the right time, but it's like you can a lot of times in the grinding matchup, it's very rare in the grinding matchups that you can't survive another turn.
Yeah.
And the only time you need this is if they remove something from your field and you know that you won't be able to survive another one of their turns. That's the only time like it's actually needed. Every other time you just survive another one of their turns and just do one less thing. But against something like Green Gohan, it's a really good card. I'd actually consider running a lot more of these into Green Gohan so you can keep the pressure up. But you have to be really smart about what you're doing with your 1-drops. And I think this card is one of the highest skilled cards, like highest skill cap cards in the deck. Especially, it can help a lot into Green Gohan, but you have to know to have your things in the drop.
Is this why it's very meh?
Yeah, it's why it's very meh. I'm not good at the game.
You're not good at the game, but you came second. All good. All right.
Yeah, for Repressed. Repressed good card. You know,
when
Repressed came out, for those who don't know, Repressed is an activate man that can play a 4-drop yellow Frieza. I really want to do that one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how that could be handy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But Repose is just there for the floodgate. But it does do other things in case people were interested.
So let's just run that back. It is kind of like it does have a second ability for people that do not know this.
Yeah, it does more things in the gate, but like it's only there for them to gate.
Guys, it's just a floodgate. Don't be tricked into this. Max is having a go. Love it.
2 Final Flash. You need Final Flashes against yellow to remove sins and against anything that's awkward. It's extra. Most of Final Flash used to be there to remove Champa. Like if they Champa you, then go Final Flash, so they can't double strike you for game. But that doesn't exist anymore. I've never when I first started playing yellow, like back in Icarus days, like Final Flash was like a problem card. People go, oh, I have to dump it. I could lose to Final Flash. That hasn't happened. Like I haven't played a game where Final Flash has actually been used for that. Final Flash for me is more of an offensive card now that goes, I don't want you to have barrier anymore.
Yeah.
For me, this like only touches barrier nowadays. It's really weird, but it's what it is. 2 Nimbus. I was scared of Koitsukai. Mind you, I did lose to Koitsukai against John, but I also didn't see.
Yeah, Koitsukai is still like a decent card.
Yeah. Like honestly, you can play 2 Nimbus. I think 2 Nimbus is a great number at the moment because, well, multiple reasons. 1, they can't counterplay Nimbus; they have to counter it. 2, actually, I'll go into the second reason soon, but there's a second reason. 2 Tyrannical Blows because we're playing like a more aggressive yellow deck, and this card is absolutely insane into blue. It's absolutely insane into yellow. 1 energy to stop riposte, lovely. 1 energy to stop a defending friend and negate a Boo Unison. Oh, so the most satisfying thing is to Tyrannical Blow Android 17 and say that Boo Unison has no skills.
Lick those lips, bro. That's where it's at.
Yeah. Cold Bloodlust. This says we don't lose to Golden Frieza. if they shotgun a cooler.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what that card says.
The one off Bloodlust, it's good. Still
Yeah,
good.
one off Bloodlust, one off Time Magic, one off Realm Gods, one off Power Super Saiyan, one off Frieza Army Reinforcement, one off Frieza's Call. Frieza's Call was in there because I was greedy and played 60 cards, and I was like, I should probably have a 9th out to my one drop turn 1.
Yeah.
Mind you, I started out most games and I never missed a one drop turn 1. Technically, I didn't play one drop turn 1 against John, but I left it open for Matato. But yeah, mind you, this is like a lot of extra cards, but you only want to play between 9 and 10 extra cards a game. The others you side out depending. So, like, for example, against green, you don't need these 3 cards, and then you can play the rest. And like against other things, you just side out the other ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty, yeah, just kind of pick your poison. You only need 9 to 10 extra cards. And then the reason I was happy to play 60 cards is because of these 6 cards.
And those
They
coolers
say
are where it's at.
Yeah, they say if you're a Z leader, negate the attack. So good. Don't pay any energy, just negate the attack. And this is why I love Frieza Swap so much, is because these cards, it does so much. One of the other things is like, it means in the grinder games, 4 energy, you can go into you can go into your Z leader plus play a unison, and then these will protect your unison. Like, it's so much value. You get so much value out of these cards. Like, they are what makes the deck good. Unfortunately, these cards are super vulnerable to Quitsukai, so that's why you kind of have to run the Nimbuses. Mind you, it's still fine to play these into Quitsukai if you've already Nimbused and like you're like really defending. So you can still play them into Quitsukai. Don't be afraid. But Quitsukai does hurt this. Like, if your defense for a turn is Riposte plus 1 and 2, well, then you're losing 9 cards in hand.
Yeah. So, okay.
Be careful. But they are amazing cards. I love them bits. The rest of defense is your 4 sins. 3 sins. You keep these against yellow and blue and red. You're playing against green. Don't need it. If you're playing against black, it's good now. Next set, you side them out, because I guess if you're playing against Saiyan only black leader, then you take them out because they can run Gogeta. But next set, you take these out because of combo. To Vegeta, I was assuming there was going to be Golden Frieza. There was Golden Frieza. This is there for Golden Frieza.
Yep.
It's being able to counterplay it, so they can't like swing 6 times with the unisons while they're under it. 3 Matatos. Shout out to Tom Lane. I only had 2 Matatos, and I said, "Hey Tom, do you have a Matato?" And he said yes.
Tom Lane from NWP.
Yeah.
Hey, my man Tom. I love Tom. He's a great guy.
No Matato, great guy. 3 Gohans, good card. 1 Trunks, 1 Chi-Chi. These are mainly sideboard cards, but like you side them into the matchups. As I said, 75 card list I'm showing you. Choose what your sideboard is and what your main board is. Chi-Chi's there for blue. Didn't really come up. That's what it is. Trunks is there for Android 21. And these 4 cards are the reason you should never lose to Android 21. Plus Vegeta's Final Flash.
Okay.
This stops their 8-drop from untapping, so they can't play 8-drop ever against you. Once you play this, it's just they lose too much value because they have to tap 5 because you're not blue or green. So they've got 5 specified costs on it, so they just lose because they're not untapping the 5 energy. The Android 21 negate, which I may have on me, surprisingly or not. Do I have it on me? So I can show you the card. The Android 21 negate, this one. It says, if you want to attack again, you have to choose 1 card in your hand and place in the drop, and 1 in your Z energy and place in the drop. Well, wouldn't it be great if you could place this in the drop, draw a card, and then combo it off? So you have a Z energy, and then do it again. And then do it again. So this card counters this negate. Great. They're only defense. Their best negate. You say no to with these.
Yeah, insane. That's good.
Yeah.
Full value. Full value. Yeah.
Full value. They tap 4. You say nice. 3 unisons. Better unison. Better offensively. Better defensively. Scott removal, and it has plus up and it draws. Once again, though, for Android 21, you just run one of these because you tick it and then you do the thingy. Good card.
It is great. It just clears board. It's good.
Yeah, because against the Android 21, you can do this, rest their secret rare, negate the skills, and KO it. So very good. What I ended up doing when I played against Android 21 was I Final Flash the secret rare, and then use my 3-drop to rest and KO the 4-drop.
Yeah.
Chikotsukai, he plays against yellow and blue. They help you grind. It's a bit awkward against blue, kind of, because blue can not defending friends and can kind of just go for the I'm a combo out of stuff. But you kind of want them to do that because that turn they have to combo out, like they have to use their combo cards a lot. And it means the next turn when they do defending friends, use something like a Tyrannical Blow for 1 energy, so they commit to the defending friends, and then so they've committed the energy, and then they've already used their counter cards. Whereas if you do it the other way, where you Tyrannical Blow first, then you don't get much value out of it because they still have all their counter cards. And the next turn when you Koitsukai, it's like they don't have defending friends anymore. So use this first. 1 counter cooler. I haven't played this in like 6 months.
But this is still a good card, right? It's still a good card. Counter. It's
still amazing card.
Just
never casted it.
Okay,
I haven't casted it. I haven't casted it in ages. This has been a 2 of in all my yellow decks since Icarus.
Yeah.
But now it's back to a 1 of. I'm assuming that's because Champa doesn't exist anymore, and this doesn't have much inherent double strike for free, so it's a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
1 secret identity. If I didn't combo this off against John, I would have beat him, but I comboed it off against John because I thought I had to play more defensive, and the cards I had in my hand were defensive. And then my next turn, I drew my secret rare, which allowed me to play offensively. So it's a bit unfortunate.
Oh, wow. So this is kind of like one of the deciding factors in that final match for you.
Yeah. It was definitely was. I only played 1 overrealm, and me knowing I comboed it off was like really rough.
Oh, yeah.
In the final match against John, I'll go to the rest of the list and then I'll talk about that final match. 3 Krillins. And Piccolo Gohan. So on my final turn, there was, I guess, 3 points I had to win. I comboed with this. I played it. If I swung with my board first and then swung with this, it meant he couldn't homicidal, but I swung with this first because I was trying to dig for this pile. I was trying to dig for either of these cards. 1, 2, 3. Either of those 3 cards would have won me the game because just dual attack. I just need the dual attack of these. So this can search for this. So dual attack. This has inherent dual attack. So I tunnel visioned onto the dual attack. So I swung with this first to get the actual draw. If I swing my board first, he doesn't. If he homicidal clones, he doesn't get the value because I can then rest it with this swing. But the deciding factor against John was I needed one of these 4 cards to get to get an extra attack. So I had 1 energy. So at the end of the game, I had 1 energy, and he had 2 cards in hand. 3 cards in hand. 3 cards in hand. And my only player the only play I could make was Riposte.
Yep.
Swing with Riposte, and then he Unending Awakening, which he ripped off life to negate my attack. He was on 1 life.
That's unfortunate.
So
wow.
All I needed was that 1 energy to either give me 2 attacks or to have a free attack.
Yep.
Look, is what it is. Totally fine with the way that it ended up. But yeah, kind of sucks. I think there was a couple other things that I could have done if I knew he was so close to death. But I didn't. It was like I was playing as if I had to survive another turn, which would have been like super sketchy, and I probably wouldn't have, and he probably would have kicked my butt. And then I played Z Leader, and I drew into this card. It was like halfway through my turn, which I had to pivot and like go. I have a better chance of killing him than I do of surviving next turn, even with this in hand.
Yep.
So I went for it.
Oh, that's harsh. Yeah. Oh man, still, regardless, 2nd place at the regionals is a big feat. Still, regardless, man. That's a very huge, good job, well done. And shout out to John Argos as well, man. The guy's killing it. 100%. He's been doing very well in all these regionals recent as of late. So before we head off, man, is there any shout outs that you'd like to give?
Well, full of shout-outs. I got to do my Z-Deck.
Yeah. Oh, you got to do your Z-Deck. Oh, shit. I forgot about the Z-Deck. Oh, my God. Yes. Sorry, guys. Yep.
As I said, I was expecting a lot of grindy games, so I played 4 Z-Leaders.
Yep.
So on turn 3, I can theoretically Z into 1 to draw. Turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, or 4, 5, 6, 7. I just wanted the Z-Leaders because they draw, and 20k base is great.
Well, those Z leaders are just insane.
And Zealy is just an insane card. Sorbet, insane card. I really like the second Sorbet. This could probably end up becoming a second Sorbet, honestly. Especially because it's not pre-release. It's like, well, why would I play the card when it's not pre-release? One Oolong, one Targamer. Targamer's just a Self-Awakener. I kind of don't like it. I think even this could become second Sorbet because second Sorbet would get more value than this Targamer. Targamer recycles the one drop, which is valuable if you've kind of like if your opponent has managed to, if you kind of like countered away a one drop to try and do something, and your opponent's like messed with you a little bit, and you've just kind of just gets the one drops back, so you have access to start your chain again, which is like super valuable. So it's kind of a oh shit button. This is your oh shit button. But I feel like being able to play a better Awakener would be nice because a lot of times people leave you on 5 or 6, and you can't see Awaken until you have 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
But anyway, that's the deck. Got my Serial Goku. I wasn't probably going to record this with Jimmy tonight because I was super tired, and then I opened my Serial Goku, and I got a lot of energy.
Yes.
I don't know how good my camera is.
No, we can see that. We can see that, man. That's clear.
That's a pretty nice number.
He got the 420, guys. He got the 420.
Pretty nice number. Pretty nice number. And like just hold up. Just while I've got you, Jimmy. Last Serial Goku I won, right? I opened it.
Alright, so he's gonna show off the cereal. Here we go.
I got really excited last time because that was the number I got last time. But it's so close yet so far. And then I got it this time, so it's like, okay, you know what? That's okay. We'll take it.
Yeah, look,
we'll take it.
You got the 420, man, and you got the 430. Like it's that is awesome.
yeah. I've had some pretty good ones. Serial Gokus seem to like me.
How many have you got now?
That was my 6th. This is my 6th one.
That's your 6th one, man. You see, that's extremely good. So
yeah,
very, very consistent, Max. In DBS as well, man. So
I try.
Yeah, well, that's it, man. You've had a super good run, and
I have indeed. And now it's on to next format where I can hopefully. I have 2 decks that I wanna try figure out and see if they can compete, and if they can, hopefully we'll see me get 1 or 2 more Serial Gokus.
Look, I'm hoping to probably rock the new Broly stuff myself.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's probably going to be my little comeback because I haven't been playing for a bit. So we're going to be rocking Broly.
I bought this leader, because you guys just want to hear us talk, right? So I bought this leader at World, like right after Worlds. So this is the World's Cumber leader. I still have never played the deck, if I'm being completely honest.
Cumber's actually good fun. Super fun.
But we got the support, and I have spent so much money on this deck. Let's just my deck for Cumber is pretty shiny, right? We got the gold boys. We got the gold boys and the SPRs, and it's nice.
He's got all the loot. All the loot.
Yeah, I got all the loot for the deck, and now that we get actual playable cards, even better.
Yeah, and I mean that secret rare is something else right there. So
the secret rare is pretty good. The food and the 7-drop Cumber.
Yeah. So maybe we could see some Cumber in the future. You reckon, Max? What do you reckon?
Oh, for sure. I want Cumber to top a couple events because I think it's a great deck. So hopefully I'll be able to be the one to top with it.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna leave that one to you, but I'm gonna be smashing the Broly pretty hard. So
nah, for sure. I'll make sure to keep my Deborahs inside just for you.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I got you, bro.
I come back and I'm just getting the fucking counters already. Oh my god. All right. Oh man, that's that's an awesome profile, bro. I really appreciate you joining me on the channel for this.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Jimmy and I, we just like to have fun.
Bro, that's it, man. We love to get together. We love to talk about everything, where it comes to Dragon Ball and One Piece. We converse on all different sorts of levels, and we want to just keep together, keep bringing people just content of everything. Yeah. Where it comes to Dragon Ball, it comes One Piece, everything. So,
I love entertaining people.
That's it. And you got the Luffy there, the wanted Luffy next to your Serial Goku. Look at that. But man, the 420, that's absolutely insane. I love it. It's great.
Bro. I got so excited. I was so tired, and then I opened it. I was like, I'm not sleeping for a while.
Yeah. Oh, we're in, boys. We're in.
Yeah, we're in. Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we'll go to the point if
Yeah.
would there be any lovely shout outs you'd love to give,
Yeah,
Max?
definitely a couple.
Yeah,
First of all,
fire it off.
not really a shout out, but if you guys have any spare change, please go and donate it to Chris from TCG Metals. He was in the horrible. His house was burnt down in the horrible fires in Hawaii. I can't remember the name of the island, but he's a great part of the Dragon Ball community. So there's a GoFundMe set up. It's been posted in a bunch of the Dragon Ball pages.
Yep.
Go help him out. He's a really lovely guy, and it'd be great to kind of help him get back on his feet. So yeah, please go help him out if you can. And then I guess on a more fun note, shout out to me.
Okay, that's all right. You know what? I'm just gonna stop you right there, just quickly.
Go check out my YouTube. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, that's the first time I've heard someone say, "Shout out to me." Like, I love that. That's great. That's great. Yeah, this is what we're here for.
Yeah. Go check out my YouTube. I want to start posting stuff there. Saints Down Under. I want to start posting again. I'd love to try to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours by end of the year, so I can get monetized.
Yep.
That would be lovely. So
we got the
please
link
check me out.
at the bottom of our channel here, guys. So if you just scroll down, you'll see Saints Down Under there. It links you straight to Max Kennedy's channel, and you'll be able to see all his videos with Dragon Ball and One Piece. The guy is a machine. Always grinding that content. So jump on there. You won't be disappointed.
Yes. Yes, please do. Shout out to Jimmy, of course. Shout out to, you know what? Shout out to Paxton, man. I would not be playing Swap Frieza if it wasn't for him.
My man, Michael Paxton, on my team.
Legitimately, a week before Brisbane Regionals, he sends me a message. He's like, "Hey man, do you have a Swap Frieza list I can look at?" And I go, "What the fuck is this deck?" And then I look at it, and I go, and like the more I read the cards, the more I fell in love with the deck. I was like, "Oh, this is good." And I misread a card. I'm like, "Wait, this actually does this? That's so much better than I thought."
Yeah.
And I just kept reading cards, and the deck just kept getting better. And then I was trying to convince myself to play in Brisbane. I didn't. I did terrible in Brisbane with Majin Vegeta, which I'm so happy that deck has fallen off because the deck is terrible. I don't know why it ever did well. So happy the deck's falling off. And yeah, I've just been able to. I've gone. Well, it's my second event I played Swap Frieza with. I think second or third. No, maybe it's my third event now. I think it's the third event I played Swap Frieza in. Yeah, and I've gone X1 every time. I'm cursed to never win an event. But it's just it beats everything as long as that everything is not John Time or Peter Boctor.
It's just unfortunate that us PX3 boys can't be over there with you competing.
Yeah, it's real sad. But yeah, shout out to Paxton. He was the reason I started playing this deck, and it's made me enjoy this format a bunch. And shout out to John for winning. Shout out to all my opponents. You're great. Shout out to Tack for running the event. And shout out to the 12 players who didn't come to not make it 64, which meant I didn't get an uncut sheet. Well, 12 players off me getting an uncut sheet, which was sad, but that's okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But you know what? It's good to see that all of us guys in this community are keeping DBS alive for as long as we can.
That's 100%. Like, we've got such a great community here in
Australia.
We've all
built to be good friends.
Yeah, that we're all like great friends. So as long as like events keep happening, bro, we'll keep playing it. Even if it's 50 players, man. Us 50 players, we're going strong. And per capita, we still get more players than America. Yeah. So that's what matters.
And that's it. And like I said, it's just a shame that us guys here in Perth can't join you for the regionals over there all the time.
Bro, you just gotta convince someone to build a bullet train to Melbourne, and you'll be fine.
All right, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Like,
so good. Yeah. I'd love to come visit you guys.
Yeah. Hopefully we can make it over there soon for some other stuff, man. But yeah, we try our best over here, and it's good to see that we can all just keep in contact with each other and keep this alive, which is just what it's all about. You know what I mean? Like, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
indeed.
Keeping the community flourishing and the guys competing and everyone's doing a great job, and we're here grinding it out for Oz, bro. So that's it.
Gotta keep the grind alive.
Awesome, man. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, Jimmy. No problem. Thanks for having me, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed listening to me and Jimmy ramble.
That's what we do best, man. That's what we do best. So yeah,
For
thanks very
sure.
much, guys, for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe and to hit that bell to stay notified. Love that. And yeah, don't forget, check out Max's channel at the bottom of this page. And we will see you guys on the next one. Cheers, Max.
So yeah.